it's Anne from Anneliese's Anneliese's Creations. I'm here to do my giant life for August 2017. It's the 8th month, so my playing card says 8th month. And I wanted to remind everyone that this is an art journaling journey. It's unique because I'm doing it on 8x10 huge playing cards, because you can tell it is. But you don't have to do it on a huge playing card. You could do it in an art journal page, play along with us in the prompts. And I was asked a while ago by one of my YouTube subbies, as well as some of my subbies on the Facebook group, Anneliese's Mixed Media Everything, how I do my doodles. And I do some doodle flowers and things and shapes and stuff. And so this month's prompt is basically doodles. Get out a pen and doodle, and you can add color to your doodles afterwards. Initially I was going to say doodle your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I thought, well, that's pretty, a lot of people do that already. So I thought, you know what, let's just doodle. Make a card pretty, doodle it, make your doodles, and then make it pretty by adding color to it, paint, whatever, however you want to create your card. It's open to your interpretation, all right? So have fun with it. So I'm going to take just a standard ballpoint pen. This is called the Click pen, and I think I got it at Walmart. And I'm just going to go ahead and doodle and do some of my doodly flowers and whatnot, and just enjoy my process as I do this today. And I hope that you'll head on over to the Facebook group and join in on the fun. I will post links down at the bottom to my Anneliese's Mixed Media Everything Facebook group, and I also post a link to all the wonderful artists who are participating in My Giant Life. All right, so enjoy the process, and thanks for watching. So in this section, I'm using some Tombow markers to add color to my doodles, and they may be a little bit spendy for some, so you can find water-soluble markers by Crayola. Most of Crayola's markers are water-soluble, so look for the washable kind, because if you add water to them, they will move around like watercolors. All right, there may not be as colorful as some watercolors can be, or like the Tombow markers, but they work out really cool. All right, so I just go in and I add the color, and then I add some water to it, and I don't care if I go outside the lines. I think it looks kind of cool when you do kind of go outside the lines a little bit. So yeah, so enjoy my process as I finish this up. And I got water, and now I don't know where I put my water. I'll be right back. I like to come in with a lighter color, and I'm hoping that I turned my camera on, but I'm doing doodly flowers, and so I drew out my doodly flowers using my pen, and then I went in and just added some dots of color. See that? Because when I take my watercolor brush it's going to push these around and it's going to make the color look really cool. And if you get your brush too wet and you say you don't want to push around, you know, have so much water, make sure that you have a piece of paper towel to blot the excess. So like I did a little too much, I can blot it, or you can just leave the excess and let it dry that way too. Kind of like that. Okay. And then I have these roller ball pens that I'm going to come in and add some more color to, if it'll let me. Now it's not letting me. Okay. And I like to come in with the middle part of the flower and just add some more, almost like petals, but they're kind of sketchy petals. And for some reason, I had already had some clear gesso on this card, and for some reason it's lifting up the other gesso. I don't know why. It shouldn't have done that, but it did. So if you can see them. So you're kind of repeating some petals over in the middle of the flower is what I'm doing. So you could just do it like that, you know, and do other little doodles and marks and whatnot to make your card pretty for this month's prompt. And it also can teach you to be a little more, you know, draw some more. You don't have to draw to make doodles. You can just create shapes, create all kinds of cool, neat little things, right? You don't have to wet down the Tombow markers either. I mean, you can just use them as a regular, you know, marker versus a watercolor. So you can make them look very sketchy-like if you just kind of, you know, rub extra lines and stuff over it. Stick very well, so some of it's kind of coming undone, you can see right in there. So yeah. Now to make this permanent, you could apply a fixative to this so that it doesn't, you know, move around. Or if you don't have a fixative, you could use hairspray. The only problem with hairspray is it does yellow over time, but if you don't mind the yellowing, then that's okay. And notice how I'm picking up some of the orange from that pen. That pen that I used, the roller pen, was also water soluble. So it kind of moves things around a little. And I did pick up some of the pink. So it's okay. I don't mind that at all because I'm not turning it to mud, which is good. So you could add all kinds of doodles, you know, more doodles than I added to my card. I mean, you could practice your doodles on your card if you're not familiar with doodling or sketching, or, you know, it can be doodles, it can be sketching. I mean, just whatever comes to your mind and inspires you. That's what you could add to your card. All right, so I'm back because I want to finish doing some doodles in these areas. And then, yeah, and I have to apologize if you hear noises. I have painters over painting today, so it's going to be a little noisy. So I'm going to try to use my video editing program to edit out the background noise. I can sometimes do it and other times I can't. And, oh, let me turn my fan off because that makes everything sound weird too. There we go. So you don't get so much background noise.